Hey guys, I'm Gage with Coastal Frippery Digital. Welcome to my home studio. Many of you have not seen this before. I want to say first, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I know that you have a lot of things going on in your life, but I also want to give a huge thank you to Diane for asking me to be a part of her holiday or Christmas challenge and sharing one of my new projects. So today we're going to do a couple things. I worked really hard to try to get the second one done, and apparently it is going to be quite popular. So the first thing that we're going to do is this nightlight. It's made of acrylic. It requires no glue. It has no kerf and requires no painting. The second one is a tea light, also made of acrylic, requires no glue, no kerf, no painting, unless of course you choose to paint. And so with that, we want to talk a little bit about the things that we need. So the first thing that we need for the night lights are the nightlight bases. The nightlight files are designed to fit this base specifically. So the link for these will be in the file. It will also be in the description of this video, and it will also be in the featured posts on my Facebook group, Coastal Frippery Digital. So if you haven't joined that already, please do. I'd love more followers, and we share all kinds of good things there. So nightlight. Second thing are your heat gloves from Amazon. About $8 or so for a pair. Just look for the ones that are black with pink dots. That there's only one kind that look like this, so you might find some different price points, but this is pretty much what you need. And then lastly, you need your heat gun, and I use a Wagner Furno 500. Furno, F-U-R-N-O 500, and I like it because it has adjustable temperature settings. And it also has adjustable fan settings. It also stands up on its end, so if you ever need to kind of reheat a piece to make it a little bit softer, you can do that. So the last thing that we want to talk about is the acrylic that we're using. So I use, I use clear core, but there are a couple different versions of clear core. There is a transparent clear core, which means you can see through it, which is kind of hard to capture on video, but you can see through it. But there's also a full coverage, okay? So this is full coverage. When you shine the light up to it, you really can't see through it too much. And then there's transparent, which is what you see most people use for traditional night lights or sun catchers, but they usually use it in a flex material. For the night lights and the tea lights, you can use either one, transparent or full coverage. You can also use just standard clear. Now, if you're using a diode, I know that you cannot cut through clear, so I am working on a file that will allow you to still use acrylic night lights, but you will need to use flex material and therefore a little bit of glue. So those are the things. 1/8 is the material, and now we're going to go ahead and get started and see how it's done. All right, so we'll start with the the tea light. And these don't take long at all. In fact, I did 6 under 6 minutes, and I probably could have done them a little bit faster. And the reason for that is the first one is the one that takes the longest, because when you're heating it, you're also heating the surface. So usually what I do is I keep the next one handy so that as soon as I finish heating this one, I go ahead and place it where it's warm, okay? And then eventually you'll get good enough that you can actually do 2 things at one time. Yes, actually you can do that. So let's start with this one. So we're gonna, when we cut this and engrave it, we're gonna engrave it on the reverse side. And when I say reverse, in this case, it is the printed side. I consider that to be the back side. Okay, so the printed side and the image is reverse, and the file will already come that way. The front will be the clear side of the acrylic, okay, or the shiny side of the acrylic. So front is the shiny, back is the printed side. You're going to engrave and then cut, and then that's it. Yes, it engraves white. It will not, you don't have to paint fill it. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's my heat gun. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to use that, excuse me, medium-high setting, and I'm going to make sure that my fan is on high. And then I'm going to just run it right across here. And in the file, there's a heat bend line, and that's an approximate area. So we'll just run it there a few minutes, and then you can use your thumb to sort of press to see when it's complete, like pliable enough for you to be able to bend it, and you'll feel it. Now, once it gets there, okay, it's there. Turn off your heat gun. You're going to set the base on the table, put your hand here, and use your finger as your guide, and you're just going to fold it upwards like this, okay? Once you've done that, you want to sort of get down at eye level just to make sure that it's straight, okay, so that the nightlight doesn't go wonky on you. But that's pretty much it. You're going to let it cool, right? And you've got yourself a tea light that looks like this. And when we're done with the video, I'll turn off the lights, or the tutorial, I'll turn off the lights so that you can see what it looks like. So that's it, right? Okay, so next up is the nightlight, okay? Same concept as the tea light. We're gonna be bending, okay? And let's see, how about I pick the sea turtle, okay? So I have a sea turtle. I have some fall ones, and I have palm trees, and there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, but we'll start with the sea turtle. So again, when you heat, I failed to mention this in the last one, when you heat, you're actually going to heat with the shiny side up so as not to disturb the print side. But the print side, okay, is the back, and the shiny side is the front. So we'll set it down, turn on our heat gun, high fan, medium high heat. Again, run it right across the heat and bend line that I show you, and these are even faster than the other ones. Okay, we'll do that. Now what's great about this is that once it's heated, okay, that's it. Okay, you're going to press this down on the back side, put your fingers there, bend it upwards. You can see what I'm doing here. Bend it upwards. Get down at eye level just to make sure that it's straight. Okay, just to make sure it's straight. Okay, what's great is that when you bend this, these automatically widen just enough, right, to get on to your nightlight. Okay, now once it's done, you've got your nightlight. You're just going to slide it on, and you're going to hear this little click. That's it. Okay, that's it, your little click. Now, if it's a little loose, what you can do is you can heat these up a little bit, okay? And then kind of slide it on, okay? And then sort of squeeze them tight a little bit. You don't need to do it too tight. You don't want it to be too tight because you want these to be interchangeable easily, okay? But when it's all said and done, you've got your nightlight. So let's turn off some lights and let's see what these look like. And there's your sea turtle, okay? And there is your happy Halloween. So, happy nightlight making and happy Halloween. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to join my channel, Coastal Frippery Digital. I'm sorry, my Facebook group, Coastal Frippery Digital, and then also my YouTube channel. The link is down below. Thank you so much, and thank you again, Diana. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial.